I'm going to get on with the job I've been putting off, and that's getting the diesel heater working again, and also replacing the water pump. So first thing I'm going to do is put the diesel heater into pump mode to feed diesel. I just want to see whether it's actually pumping diesel and just needs to get it through, or whether it's actually given up. Okay, so you can hear the pump. Can't really see well enough to see whether or not the fuel is trying to move through the line. Okay, well, I'm not going to be getting the diesel heater running today because the fuel line is actually split. Okay, well, since the diesel heater is a no-go, it's time to have a look at this water pump changeover. Should be relatively straightforward. Take the old pump out and put the new one in. The mounting holes should all be the same. So hopefully they've improved the design of the switch. I believe they have. Let's pull the old pump out. Undo that. I'm probably going to get some water out of here. It's theoretically not pressurised at the moment. Okay. Just chuck that up there out of the way. These are usually fun and games to get undone. Let's see how we go. Usually find that if I start by pushing it in, it's helpful. Yeah, enough of a grip on it. Decided I'm going to cut this. I'm going to reroute the pipe slightly when I install the new pump. And so the pipe's going to be a little bit shorter. Okay. Yeah. Get that up a bit higher, it should stop draining the tank. It's going to siphon the tank out if I leave it down low like it was. Right, that's the filter off. Okay. This one's got a nut on the back of it, which must mean I put it through an existing hole on the chassis. So I need to get a spanner to the other side of it. So this should be fun. At least I don't have nuts on all of them. If I did, I'd have to drop the waste tank out to do this job. Ratcheting spanner, and I think I used a nylock, which means that this ratcheting spanner is going to be quite useful. I probably should have submitted a warranty claim on this pump when it first started giving problems. But, you know, there you go. Because it was only a few weeks after I finished building the van that we started having problems with this pump on our trip up to the Northern Territory the first time. Well, it took way longer than I thought it was going to. Nearly copped a pump in the face. Alright, that's the old pump out. So there we go. Time for a coffee, I think. Okay, so just going to reuse the original filter. This increases the hole size so that I can get the bolt through. Let's chuck it in. Well, so far getting the new one in is turning out to be easier than getting the old one out. Let's see if we can get the washer on. It's very difficult to get my hand in there. Partly because I have a hand condition called Dupuytren's contracture, which stops me from being able to open my hand out completely. Which is going to make getting this nut on very difficult, I think. Oh, maybe it's going to work. Okay, we've got the nut started. Awesome. Final piece of the puzzle. Connect up the intake side. It's just not quite home yet. There we go. Alright. You stay there. I'm going to go and turn the pump on. Why is that not working? Don't tell me the new pump doesn't work. Okay, I can hear you running. Ah, there we go. Now the water's arriving. Okay, let's pull water from the tank now. Pump is priming. Okay, so the pump has now pressurised the system, but there's still a bunch of air in the system as well. So let's just have a look. Ah, okay. Was there a bunch of air coming through?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay, can you just run it again until it stops getting air? Okay, it works. Yay. Alright, job done. Okay, you might remember when I replaced this grey water pipe, I said that I was going to need to do something about supporting the end of it so it didn't break again. We're due to head back towards Darwin fairly soon, so I figure it's time to do something about that. Picked up some chain from Bunnings, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, so if I thread this key ring through the end of the chain here, there's a loop in the side of the fitting that I can fit that on, like so. So that gets me one end. Let me show you what I've got. I've taken the chain through this key ring, which came with the cam lock fittings, and through a loop on the side of the fitting, and it goes up and over these fittings here. It shouldn't put any stress on them really, but it stabilises the pipe from flopping around too much. So hopefully that gives it the support it needs and stops it from breaking again. It lasted 2 years last time the way that it was, but we're potentially going to go over some bumpy roads on the way back, so good to have that sorted out. Well, it's a few days till Christmas, and then it's going to be time for us to start heading back to Darwin. I think that's going to be the end of this not terribly interesting episode, but if you've enjoyed it, give it the thumbs up, and thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.